Is Rey a clone? What are they talking about? Let's find out next here on Everything Star Wars. Hi, and welcome to Everything Star Wars. I'm Rob. I'm here. You're there. Thanks for being there. You guys are great. Love this community as we try to get to 650. And while we're trying, giving out lots of leaked information. The other video, we went over the plot of Episode 9. Today, we're going to go over, is Rey a clone? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so I can continue to give this community and you all the Star Wars information you need to know on here on Everything Star Wars. That's all you need to know. Now, it just so happens that I was checking out another channel, Imperial Academy. Now, I like Imperial Academy's channel because he's very informative about a lot of things in Star Wars, probably a lot that you would never even think about. And he also covers Marvel, but he happened to cover what happened to Luke Skywalker's hand after it got chopped off in The Empire Strikes Back. This video he's currently put up happens to be a big part of my video. So it'll make you understand what happened to Luke's hand, and this video will tie everything together. Rey being a clone, Rey's parents, what happened to Luke's hand will all be tied in, and this is exactly where they're going with Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So check out the video.
Imperial Academy. Today we're going to do a discussion all about Luke Skywalker from the Star Wars universe, but more specifically we're going to be talking about Luke Skywalker's hand and what happened to it after Darth Vader chopped it off at Cloud City. After the hand was cut off, the hand and the lightsaber plummeted towards an air shaft. The air shaft then took the lightsaber and the hand to a trash bay. The hand and the lightsaber were recovered by an Ugnaught. This Ugnaught wanted to basically melt the lightsaber down to get the metal and sell it. But before the Ugnaught could take the lightsaber, Darth Vader himself confronted him and killed him and took the lightsaber and the hand for himself. Vader then gave the hand to Palpatine as kind of like a trophy to his master, but what Palpatine did was he took the hand and he had it stored away. Palpatine sent Luke's hand to a planet called Whale End, and basically on this planet there was a secret vault, and Palpatine said keep it there as a trophy. The hand and the lightsaber were kept in storage all through the Galactic Civil War and after the Galactic Civil War, but it's not known what happened to the hand after the Empire fell.
Well, this comes from a Reddit post. It states, Rey is a clone of Luke, made from his hand that got cut off in The Empire Strikes Back. The clone was made by Palpatine in one of his labs in Jakku. Two junk traders found Palpatine's lab as they were scavenging for goods. They could have sold her off for drinking money. They're talking about Rey. So when Kylo Ren said that your parents were nobodies, they were just, two drunk traders, two junk traders. They're saying that how they're going to connect it here is by saying, and this would make a lot of sense, that Rey is a clone from Luke's hand that Palpatine tried to make. Because Palpatine, after he made Anakin, he wanted to make the ultimate Sith to destroy, the Force, to destroy the Jedis. But you would think that he learned after Anakin didn't do the job and went to kill him, well, let me make another one. After all, I only made 2 Death Stars because the first one didn't work, so why not make another one? That got destroyed, right? So that's a good idea. Let's make a clone. But apparently that's how they're trying to link Rey's whole story, Rey's parents, that this is why they were nobodies. This is why they left. This is why they left her with Unkar Plunt, whatever his name is, on Jakku. Because everybody's like, well, why would they leave her there? Well, because she's a clone, and they found her, and they got money for her, and they left her there and let this guy do whatever. Now, I don't know what she was there besides a scavenger. I don't know if she was anything to him. I don't know. But she just stayed there because she thought that her parents would come back. Meantime, these might not even be their parents. They're just people who found her. But let's continue. Several years in a fan art contest sponsored by Lucasfilm, an illustration by Fred Placino of what might have happened to Luke's hand won third place. None of this was canon in any way, but the scenes depict Palpatine claiming Luke's severed hand after the Empire Strikes Back, but before the Return of the Jedi. During this interim period, Palpatine collected various Force-sensitive objects and established secret bases around the galaxy while planning for Operation Cinder, his plan to destabilize the galaxy and destroy the Empire after his death, which we see Operation Cinder in Battlefront 2. We also see this part. Luke stole his compass, which we did see in Episode 2. Battlefront 2. We saw that in Battlefront 2, that Luke stole his compass from one of Palpatine's vaults and used it to find the first Jedi Temple. Maybe one of Palpatine's other secret bases was a small cloning facility. There, he may have cloned a female version of Luke that was awoken as a small girl years after Palpatine had died. This is very interesting. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to my boy Snook Spinal Tap, who had suggested this way earlier than I've heard this story, that Rey might be a clone of Luke's hand, which I thought was the most outrageous thing, but now it's starting to come all together for me. This would explain, This would explain why Rey thought her parents were nobodies, why she also was so strong with the Force, and also why Anakin's lightsaber called for her. Would be poetic in the same sense that the lightsaber is yearning the hand that once yielded it. This could lead to Palpatine, or at least his Force ghost, tempting Rey in the same way he did Luke all those years ago. Palpatine manipulates her by telling her that he created her. The theory continues that he is the closest thing she will ever have to a real father. Here's where Rey might turn to the dark side, while Kylo Ren simultaneously is lured back to the light by the Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker. In the end, Rey doesn't get what she was promised by Palpatine, just like Vader wasn't promised. So, in other words, she finds out that she was promised something by Palpatine. He doesn't come through with it, and then she jumps back. Again, it's just a theory. It's interesting because, Vader was promised to save Padme's life. And, Palpatine lied to him about that whole thing. I don't think Rey is going to turn to the dark side at all. Okay? I think that the ending I once read to you before is going to stand. I think that definitely Rey is going to team up with Kylo. Kylo and her are going to have a wicked battle. Hopefully one of the best lightsaber scenes we've ever seen. That they'll kill Rey and Kylo will kill Palpatine, which is the dark side acolyte using his body, but his spirit will still live on and will possess Kylo Ren, who will kill himself to be redeemed, because he'll come back as Ben Solo, thanks to the influence of Anakin Skywalker, who hopefully will be a Force ghost in this movie. And we'll find out that Rey was a clone of Luke's hand, and again created by Palpatine, who is the closest thing to her father. Meaning Palpatine not only created Anakin, but now he created Rey as a clone. It would make sense where Rey got her Force powers. It would make sense why she was left on Jakku. It would make sense about... It would all come together. That would really make sense with everything there. That I actually like that. I'll be honest with you. I actually like that if they went that way, because it wouldn't be so like, well, she was just overpowering. You know, she just got the Force. She was the next chosen one, and that's it. We have to accept it. It would explain everything. I think it would clearly explain everything. Rey is a clone, created by Palpatine, left on the planet by the junk traders who found her after Palpatine had died. So they made off with money, and they really weren't her parents, and she thought they were her parents because she was the closest thing she ever had to them. They left her there. She stayed hoping they'd come back. And then she now finds out that Palpatine was the one who created her. Interesting. All interesting. Could all fit. Would all make sense. Don't know if it's all true. But you let me know. Do you like this theory? Do you like this rumor? What do you think about it? Rey being a clone, Palpatine being the father, and junk traders finding her, scavenging around, just happen to find the base that Palpatine left and waken her, take her to Jakku, get some money or whatever they need for themselves, and leave her there. Could all make sense, would all explain a lot, but maybe it doesn't to you. Maybe you like this theory. Again, I don't know if it's entirely true, but it sounds pretty on point, and it would make a lot of sense. You let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will continue to give you and this community, and I love you all, everything Star Wars, and I will see you in my next video with more leaks and goodies from episode 9. Let's discuss it. You tell me what you think, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day, everyone. And before I go, I just want to say a special shout out to my boy, Snook Spinal Tap. Check out his channel in the comment section below. He had this theory for a very long time, and I just was like, well, I mean, it sounds okay, but it doesn't really make too much sense. But now, putting this all together, it would make a ton of sense. So check out Snook Spinal Tap, his great Star Wars theories. His link is in the section below, and I'll check you next time on Everything Star Wars. Take care.